Hello viewer, welcome to your favorite channel, Hope Channel Kenya. This is Fast Foods Fast, where we do foods that God first gave to us and we do them in a fast way. Hence, we use Fast Foods Fast. This is your host, Achieng Otiende, and my co-host,
Tabitha Ochieng.
Now, today we have a very interesting recipe, very easy to make, very healthy, very complete, and we would like to share it with you. What we're doing today is our favorite breakfast delight, and that is granola. What is granola?
Granola. I'm excited when I talk about granola.
Oh, really?
Because it's a complete food.
For sure.
Now, really what we have is a mix of cereals. Yes. We have nuts. And we have milk in it.
Oh.
Yes, so if you have your carbohydrates and you have your proteins and you have even milk to give us more protein, that makes it complete.
And therefore, you are going to find that this is something that is going to be very healthy and filling, that will help you keep full probably for most part of the day.
And what is better is the fact that for some of us who really don't have much time in the kitchen, you know, this is something that you can make once when you have time, and for the rest of the week, yes, you just need a few scoops of it and you're ready to go on.
Remember, it's a fast food fast.
Good.
Okay, so let's see how fast we can actually make this fast food. Now, I will take us through a few of the ingredients that we're going to use. Then you're going to take us through probably why we need to use this particular ingredients for this meal. Now we have cashew nuts, but we're going to grind this for this recipe, so we're not going to use them this way. We also have here brown sugar, which is definitely much healthier than refined white sugar. We're going to hear why we need to use that better than what we have at home.
Okay.
We have also soy milk powder. This is a very good alternative to non-dairy source of milk. Then we have also oats. Now, oats are whole grain foods that help us to regulate sugar as well and help us shed unnecessary weight. We also have desiccated coconut.
Right, so you're saying that by using soy milk, we can actually get rid of dairy milk if that is what our choice is.
Yes.
Good.
So probably we might want to understand why it is important for us to have these particular things. What nutrients do they give us? What are the benefits of having them in our granola? And how it is going to be beneficial to our bodies.
Okay, so I'll begin with soy milk. And I know whenever we talk about milk, we think of only dairy milk. But there is a plant-based source of milk, which is soy, and it is rich, very rich in proteins. But what is more is that it reduces cholesterol levels. So for those people who are struggling with issues of cholesterol, this may be something for you. Again, it strengthens blood vessels. Now, I know there are many of us who suffer varicose veins and other problems like that. If that be your problem, then you may need to consider using soy milk.
By the way, just to mention, very important one, it is rich in phytonutrients, and that means you will not age fast.
Wow, wow.
So keep your wrinkles away.
Love that. I love that. All right, then the next thing that we are going to talk about is oats, which we have been shown over there. And oats are rich in antioxidants. Other than that, they also have a lot of fiber. Now, why do we need fiber? Tell us.
Of course, it eases digestion, so it enables your food to get absorbed fully into your body, so you don't lose it as fast, and also helps you to clean your system. So you don't have to accumulate so much toxins within your digestive system. So eating whole grain foods is a better choice for what you would need.
You know something, Lois? A lot of our issues now come about because we eat foods that do not have fiber. a lot of our emphasis, and especially when we talk about what is popularly known as fast foods. You know, people go for fast, F-A-S-T, foods. But we realize that many of them lack the fiber. And therefore, there is always that compilation of toxins and toxins in the body. By using these foods here, then you're going to be able to clear, use what the body needs, and dispose of the rest.
Okay. As she has mentioned, we are used to fast foods, but we are looking at another type of fast foods.
F-I-R-S-T. Fast. What God initially gave us.
Yes.
All right. So are we ready now to go?
I think we are ready. We have everything that we need.
Okay.
So we may just go ahead and prepare our meal.
Now, remember, a lot of us feel that we do not have time in the kitchen. What we are here to show is that you can still be organized, you can still do a good job at eating healthy without necessarily spending so much time in the kitchen.
And this is a very nice recipe because you can make it once enough to take you through a couple of days.
Okay.
Probably when you don't have time to make breakfast every single day.
Okay. Thank you so much. So here we go. So in this recipe, we are going to have 4 cups of oats. 4 cups of oats. So we will measure this out.
That's 1 cup now.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So we have our 4 cups. Oops, nearly put it all in there. Yes, 4 cups of oats. Then we will also have 2 cups of whole wheat flour. This is pre-measured, so we'll just put it all in. 2 cups of flour. Okay.
So we're going to do a bit of mixing as she picks up the other ingredients.
Keep mixing, keep mixing. Next, we are going to have our cashew nut powder now. We crushed it, so we now have cashew nut powder.
Now this is 1 cup.
1 cup of
ground cashew nut
powder. All right. Next. Lois, I want to give you everything so that as you mix, you do everything together. So coconut, desiccated coconut, 1 cup. All right. And then we will also add our ½ cup of soy milk powder. Keep mixing, keep mixing. Keep mixing that. To that, we'll add just a pinch of salt. We will just do a little bit of salt. Just about
What
that
salt
much.
do you prefer for this recipe? Sea salt, Himalayan?
I normally do Himalayan salt, pink salt, which is better than this white salt.
But just about any salt would do, right?
Right, that's true. That's done. Then we will put a bit of vanilla to give it that nice aroma. Okay, so a tablespoonful of vanilla essence. There we go. To that then,
It smells so good.
we will also add our sugar. And sugar, we will need ½ cup. ½ cup will be good enough. So ½ cup of sugar. This is brown sugar. It's getting a bit sticky here.
And by the way, if you find it difficult to work with, you could melt it a bit using double boiler method.
Okay, that's good. Half a cup. ½ cup of, yep, there it is. ½ cup. Okay, so let's really give it a good mix. A very good mix. Then we will need to just add our ½ cup of oil, cooking oil. half a cup of cooking oil.
Any oil?
Any vegetable oil will do. My preference, of course, would be olive oil or coconut oil.
Okay.
But you can use any oil. All right? Good. So a seriously good mix. We're just about done mixing this. As soon as it mixes well and it is crumbly, then we'll add a bit of water, 1 cup of water, mix it one last time, and then we'll be ready to go.
Now you might notice this will form some lumps inside here, so don't be worried about that. Just crush them. You have the energy.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
So now she's going to measure 1 cup of water, and we're going to add it bit by bit, okay?
All right.
So she puts in.
So that the mixing is easier. Okay, there we go. Just mix so that we see how it goes. As you do that, let me oil the pan because we're getting ready to put it in the oven.
So I'll continue adding a bit of water, bits of it, little by little, as I mix in. And you notice it requires quite a bit of kneading, eh? But take your time, you will enjoy the product. So I'm adding just a little bit more. Remember, don't put it all in at once. Just a little at a time with a proper mix. Oops, it gets a bit messy, but it's fine. So I'll add my last bit of water now.
Okay, I'm ready for you.
Let's hope that she is done oiling the pan, the tray, sorry. So we have all our water in there. Now, some of us might prefer or not to put the salt, but if you don't like salt, it's fine. If you like it a little bit more, that's also fine. So the kneading goes on.
So we're ready.
Okay, fine. We are ready with that now.
Okay. I think you have the right consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
So we want to layer this in here.
Okay.
And we don't want to put huge lumps on top of each other. Otherwise, the drying is going to be messed up.
All right. Are we going to have all that in here?
No, it might not fit so that it all gets a good
all right,
portion
but
of
if
the
we
oiled
don't
surface.
have it, then it can go into the next tray.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
So we have quite a bit. I think this is fine for this tray.
Okay, good. So we're ready to put it in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
How long will it take in the oven?
Now, depending on the temperature that you've used, for us we are using 225 degrees. That will be just about 45 minutes will be enough. But if you're using lower, probably 180, you might need to have it in there for about an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there we go.
So there we go. So we'd like to put this in
the
there.
oven.
We preheated our oven about 15 minutes at that temperature.
Okay. So now we have it in the oven. So there we go. It has taken a very short time. We have our granola cooking. As it cooks, you can be doing something else, but
Probably.
just remember, yes.
Even devotion.
Even devotion. You can do a song. You
Exactly.
can do, yes, so that this special time is not just...
Yeah, so probably you can look at interesting texts like 3 John verse 2.
Aha.
Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest be in good health, even as thy soul does what?
Prosperous.
Exactly.
So our health is important to God, you know.
Very important.
Very, very important.
So as we wait for our granola to be ready, we will just put aside the things that we will need to take it with. Now here we have some soy milk. As we said, it's a good alternative to dairy milk. We also have some raisins that we will add into our granola. But if you like, you can take it with things like avocado smoothie. You can take it with fruits, banana, strawberries. Serve it with any fresh fruit.
Granola is ready.
Oh, really? Take it out.
Yes, I think it is from the smell. Yes, it is ready.
Good. And we have our serving bowls right here.
Ah, good.
Okay.
So this is our granola.
That looks very nice and brown.
Okay.
Please, let's hurry and serve it.
Yes.
Okay.
We can.
So we'll do a bit. See how lovely that looks. Nicely brown, and it smells so good. Now we're going to serve this together with what we have here. So just going to give her a few spoons.
Yes, that's good enough if you're serving me. All right.
So I'll take this spoon, put it right in there.
All right. There we go. Wow.
This smells really good.
Yep. So some milk over my granola. Now,
remember, you don't have to use only soy milk. You can use almond milk, rice milk, coconut milk, any non-dairy milk of your choice, even quinoa milk.
And what is also beautiful is that what's left over here, we are going to keep in a nice jar and we can use it again. Another breakfast.
The good thing is, remember, it was fast foods first, and it has, it's there to serve you for a few more days in the week. It is complete. It has the nutrients that you need. So we're going to get a jar, and for this, we prefer an airtight container.
Good.
And we will store.
This finishes.
So as she is doing that, I'm going to drop in a few raisins. And that's just about it. So it's ready to taste.
Good. Let me.
So there you go. You have your fast food first. That's your granola.
So this is ready. Say a prayer, please. A quick one.
Father, we thank you for this beautiful breakfast idea. As we taste, may you bless in Jesus' name.
Amen. Rice, this is lovely. This is really, really good. I love it.
It's got a really sweet, nutty flavor into it.
And you take this in the morning with a banana, you're good to go.
Exactly.
Good to go until much later in the day.
Awesome. So it's up to you now. We encourage you to try this first food, first breakfast idea. And trust me, you will want to do it every single week. Very nice. Okay, so that's it for this breakfast, fast food, fast idea. We will enjoy this and take a short break, and we'll have you back for more interesting recipes on First Foods Fast. Hello, welcome back. We would like to do another fast food fast recipe. Great for breakfast, heavy, full of nutrients, and very good for the body.
Good. mixed vegetables. So we'll have mixed vegetable stew served with brown rice.
Okay, so I would like us to have a look at these vegetables and what are we actually going to mix. So here we have
green peas,
very fresh. We also have our Irish potatoes.
Yes.
We have gourgets.
Some people prefer to call it zucchini. Okay. Yes.
We have carrots. Coriander.
Dania.
That is Kiswahili, Kenya. Okay, so we have oregano here. We have our turmeric.
Our turmeric.
We have our salt and our vegetable oil.
All right.
That we are going to use for this. So to start us off, we are going to understand why we are going to mix these things and how that is important for our bodies.
All right.
Why peas?
Green peas is a great source of vitamin K. And whenever you talk of vitamin K, you know the skin is taken care of, and you know that the veins are also taken care of, right?
Okay.
Then it also has very good minerals. We have manganese, we have thiamine, we have vitamin C. And whenever we talk about vitamin C, we know that we are improving the overall absorption of all the other minerals in the body. So that's really important. Lastly, we also have phosphorus. So peas are nutrient packed.
Okay.
All right.
So we have zucchini. Tell us something about that.
Zucchini, again, the greens are usually packed with antioxidants. Yes, plus they also have the soluble fiber. So as you take that in, you know the body is getting washed from within, which is very key.
Okay.
All right.
We have our carrots. We know they're very good for the eyes.
Then there's also turmeric. I love turmeric.
The color?
And turmeric, the color, yes, very, very
Strong.
strong. So you need to use just a little bit. But it is one of the best anti-inflammatories. So these things that bother us from within, the tumors and the swellings and all, we need to use more and more of turmeric because it helps us to reduce the inflammation.
Okay. So we have our potatoes here.
Right?
Tell us something about potatoes.
Potatoes are basically our carbohydrates. And they will add to the filling. Remember, we were saying breakfast should be the heaviest and the best of your meals in the day to give you that start to push in the day. So you have a good base when you have a combination. So in this case, we have potatoes, but we also have brown rice that we will serve it with, giving us the energy.
Okay, that's it with the potatoes. Now we have our coriander leaves here. And some of the good things about this, it helps remove heavy metals from the body. What else does it do?
It helps to ease anxiety.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
The many times when you feel like you're so anxious and you're so uncomfortable, do more of coriander in your food.
The good thing about it also is that it helps to detoxify the liver, the kidneys, and therefore it's a really good thing to add on to your soups.
It protects the brain.
Okay.
Yes. So a very important vegetable to add into our food.
Lovely. That well said. We are going to begin the process and let's see how fast we can make this fast food.
All right. So
we'll begin by steaming our vegetables.
Okay. Is there any order in steaming our vegetables?
Preferably, I would like to start with carrots.
Okay. Tell us why.
They seem a bit hard, and all these others are soft and quick cooking.
Okay.
So this probably needs just a little bit of extra time on the heat.
All right, so we'll do just 2 cups of water.
And together with that water, we'll also put a little bit of salt.
All right. We can have our stove on.
So I'll turn on the stove at this point.
So we do our carrots first. We'll just give it a few minutes so that it is tender. Okay. All the carrots in. All right. Good. So we'll need to give our carrots a bit of time.
And as we do that, we'll need to prepare what we're going to throw into the soup.
All right.
So we would like to begin with this. We'll blend it all up. So in here we have onions, red onions. We have tomatoes, and we have a little bit of freshly grated ginger.
Okay. So
okay, well, fine, that is done, and it's been done well. So we'll have a look at our carrots now. I think they're
done?
Yes, they're just about done. So we'll throw in the rest of the ingredients at once.
Okay, there. Wow, that looks good raw. Eh? Yeah, that really looks nice.
So I'll need a stick.
Okay.
So I'll just give it a bit of a stir.
All right. Then about how long do we have to wait for that?
Probably 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because they were finely chopped, and therefore they would cook quite fast. Okay. And you don't want to overcook your vegetables.
All right.
Otherwise, you will get to lose all your nutrients.
Good. So as that goes on,
this thing is slow.
We'll go ahead and chop our spring onions to add to it.
So let me assist you with this.
Yes, please.
Let me just give you a little bit of space here.
Thank you. So how do you want this? Very, very finely chopped? Good. Then what else?
Now we'll have that, and we'll use another for garnishing.
Yeah.
So as she's doing that, we're going to get another cooking pan, something like this, where we'll begin our just a little bit of frying. Good.
Okay, there we go with.
So that is heating up. What goes in there now?
We'll start with our mix here, the blended mix. Remember, we have onions, tomatoes, ginger. Yes, so we'll need to put it in first and have it cook. Okay?
Do we need to put in some salt?
Yes.
Just a
at this
little
point,
bit.
you can put in your salt. Good.
Then remember we have the turmeric and the oregano.
That will come later.
Okay.
After this one cooks, we'll need to give it a bit of time so it cooks well. Yes.
It's taking forever.
Okay, the tomatoes
Let me get you a lid for that.
cooking. Lois, tell us, why did we blend instead of just chopping the tomatoes?
So that you have some thick soup.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
So when you thicken the soup a bit, we don't have to pick in bits and chunks of huge onions and tomatoes inside.
That's true. I know that we have different types of tomatoes in the market, and some are simply hard. They are so hard. So if you do not blend, then you may end up with tomatoes that actually look at you. You think you're cooking, you want a stew, but the tomatoes keep looking at you. We don't want that.
Okay, so the blending was a good option. So now we have, this is probably just about done.
Okay.
Just assist me.
Is it ready? And as we do that, we keep checking on our tomatoes.
So let's give it a few more minutes, just about 2 minutes. Okay, so our steamed veggies are ready. We have drained them already. And now the sauce is just about complete. So what will you need to add in there?
Please give me the ho-ho, the capsicum.
Okay,
All
so
right.
there goes in green capsicum.
Yeah.
The next thing,
After capsicum, I'd like some oil.
oil.
Yes. And we are using just about a tablespoonful of oil, not too much. Okay. Give me that spoon, please. A tablespoonful. Maybe just a little more. There. I did a bit more because this is not a typical
Okay,
measurement.
so that's
spoon.
fine. After
Okay.
that, what else
We
do you
give
put?
it just a little time, and then now we can add in our turmeric.
So there goes our turmeric. How much turmeric?
Half a teaspoonful will be good enough. It's a very strong yellow powder, so we don't need too much of it. Yep. Thank you.
That goes in. What else?
Then we can now have the oregano.
So there goes our oregano. Half a teaspoon or a teaspoon?
A teaspoonful. Really, I love oregano, so I would even do more of it. But 1 teaspoonful is good.
So there goes oregano.
Wow, I can smell
And
it
the
already.
smell is already very good.
Good. So then we're ready for the vegetables.
Okay.
Yes, and
So
we
we'll put
have the
them in.
vegetables. Yeah.
Let me come to this side.
We're now ready to have the vegetables in. Just pour. Good. We are nearly done. Our breakfast is nearly ready.
And very soon we'll be enjoying our fast food. Fast.
Good.
Would you like to cover it just a bit?
Just a little bit, yes. Before we add in the very last 2 items, the spring onions and the coriander. Remember, we said the coriander has very, very interesting uses. It helps us in many ways, so we want it almost uncooked. So that's the reason it comes last.
And what are we going to do with the spring onions?
The spring onions will go just before the coriander. And the reason is their flavor is really preserved when you don't overcook them. They have a strong, nice flavor. But if you overcook the spring onions, you lose that. So we'll put them and then finally do the coriander and we will be done.
Okay, fine. This
That
is
should
done.
be-
So let's throw in the rest of the things that we need.
This first, this first. Aha, there we go. A bit of stirring. Just a little
This
bit.
looks
Wow, it looks
very
good.
nice.
It looks very, very
It
good.
smells good as well. So,
Yeah, finally, we can do the coriander. mix it in very well. And yeah, just a minute on the stove, and we will be done. Our mixed veggies will be done.
So, looking nice. So now our stew is ready, and we also have some brown rice to go along with it. So we're just going to go ahead and serve our food for breakfast.
Good.
So remember that you will eat for what your body needs, and therefore we're just going to look at how this comes out. So she's serving the rice now. This is brown rice, properly cooked. Remember to soak your rice before you cook it.
Yeah.
So I'll take off this lid for her. Hand you over another spoon.
Thank you.
Just have a look at that.
That looks lovely.
Yes, very nice.
I believe it tastes better than it looks.
Okay. We'll
Good.
see that.
And another plate for you. I served myself first.
Okay, we know she likes food. You wouldn't compete with her.
Good. So there we go.
Now that's it for today. We would like to thank you for being with us throughout the show. And just a quick one, this is what we had. Our first recipe was granola, and remember to serve it together with milk, some fruits, and enjoy it. Remember, it's non-dairy milks. Now for this, we have brown rice. Of course, brown is heavier than white, and it is most preferred because it's whole grain and therefore very wholesome. So enjoy this beautiful breakfast ideas. Till we meet next time, I am Achieng Otiende, and she is
Tabitha Ochin.
Enjoy your fast foods fast for this week.